Hello and welcome to another edition of Elizabeth Burnt, This and That from the Grassy Knoll.
Well, welcome back everybody. Today I'm going to be reviewing the classic Clash of the Titans. A very young Maggie Smith plays the role of Thetis, Laurence Olivier as Zeus, and Burgess Meredith as Ammon. And this masterful film boasts some serious special effects and stays pretty true to Greek mythology. Of course, there's some creative license used here, but most of what we see is accurate. One doesn't need to know about Greek mythology, but the director does have quite a few details about the major gods and goddesses. Absolutely correct. It's still superb, and it shows what can be done with experimental filmmaking and light and set design. To this day, I can't figure out how Poseidon's underwater scenes were done. It's simply miraculous. Some may think it suffers from the typical camp natures of movies like this, but I don't. I can still quote the movie, and I watch it religiously. Personally, I point to the film as inspiration. I've still yet to see Jason and the Argonauts. It was produced even earlier, and I'm curious to how that one holds up. Even now, I give this film a perfect score, and it never fails to impress me. I also love the fact that a lot of it was done with stop motion. So that was very different for the time, because when you think of stop motion, you don't really think of a film of that kind of scale. It's completely different. Like I said, it was a very experimental movie for its time, even now. And a lot of CGI couldn't pull off what the director actually did. I still think it's just a tremendous, spectacular, stellar movie. And being a fan of Greek mythology makes me love it even more. I grew up with this movie, so I like the original far better than the remake. The remake doesn't hold a candle. The remake just, it's terrible. Don't watch it. And not only that, they have the mechanical owl, Bubo, in it. But Bubo gets thrown away. They throw him out. It irritated me so badly. It annoyed me to no end. That infuriated me. That's why I don't like the remake at all. It's horrible. But what did you think, John? Did this make you want to watch Jason and the Argonauts or not?
I'd watch it.
You would?
I'll watch anything.
It's older. It's older.
I won't guarantee I'll stay tuned in or awake.
Well, you liked this. You liked Clash of the Titans, I think.
Yeah.
I think you enjoyed it when I explained it to you.
Yeah. See, Elizabeth is my personal Wikipedia. So if it has to do with
mythology,
she's right there to give me the
sometimes
the
history.
background. I mean, I'd learned mythology in college, but
right, but
that was one of those classes that was deemed not necessary for life. So
right.
I'm not sure I retained all that much.
You didn't want to become a folklorist.
No, I mean, I would be happy with that nowadays, because you get older, your perspective on life and things changes quite a bit. You know, I've got far more interest in history now than I used to as a kid. But when you've been around for a while, you know, early stuff you remember is in the history books.
Sure. Or you are history.
Yeah, I mean, I was a kid before there were cell phones to play with.
Same here.
It was a 525 line standard television. You know, we didn't get into the high def until around the turn of the century, the early 2000s. And so much has changed since then.
A lot has changed.
Big change is AI, because what you see on Facebook or YouTube, you don't know whether to believe it or not. So you look into the comments and you see all the people commenting, "Oh, this is AI. Check out
this is generated by AI." Right? I can't stand it.
You know, and the people give you reasons why it's AI, and then you go back and look at it again. It's like, oh my God, that's AI.
Right.
A lot of your animal videos have become AI.
Yeah, a lot of your cat videos and funny animal videos.
2026 will be the year of backlash against AI.
Yeah.
There'll be more mandatory warnings on it, and producers that create AI, if they don't tell people up front it's AI, I think they're going to get a big backlash in the comments.
I want to add to that. Remember in Upload, I don't think you saw this, but in the series Upload, they actually predicted that.
Okay. Well,
they predicted it. They predicted it.
You know, amazing.
No, you're not. You're not, because when I was watching Upload, when I was watching Upload with you, I thought, oh my Lord. And they said millennials. I thought, Zillennials too. I mean,
Yeah.
Zillennials, Xers, we
Now, when I
can't
post
tell
a
the
train
difference.
video or
We
something
can
else
now, but
on YouTube,
because we know, but
it prompts you, is this made with AI?
right, everything I've seen
or
has that
something
prompt.
to that effect, you know, and I always say no because I'm not using any AI.
Right.
But, you know, nothing more than an editing and title and
Sure.
some graphics. And, you know,
Right.
that's about it.
But I wanted to, can I talk a little bit about what I want to do? I normally don't use it, but I'm going to be using it for a character I've created.
The tablet.
I'm not good when it comes to drawing animals at all.
Elizabeth has a real nice Samsung tablet, and my tablet's an iPad. But I don't do any, you know, animation or
I do. I'm learning.
work like that on it. It'd be great if Elizabeth learns, you know, some animation on that because she's very creative.
Thank you.
It's just a matter of watching the right YouTube videos. Go to YouTube University and
I
learn how
have.
to
I have.
create animation.
It's
on
very
a tablet.
involved.
So she's got the tools she needs. She just needs to pick up the knowledge. And
Right.
maybe here over the holidays through New Year's, she'll have a little bit of time to do that.
Right. Hopefully, I can kind of perfect it a
Post
little
your comments. What do you think about AI?
bit. Yeah.
You know, is it about to go off the rails in 2026 and have a lot of people just disgusted with it and not wanting to watch it?
Will it become more like Upload
Yeah.
in that series? Will it
Because, you know,
kind
I've
of
seen these
resemble that?
videos. There was a trend for a while of all these videos of a fat person, a heavy person walking up on a front porch, a wooden front
Right.
porch, and collapsing through the porch.
Right.
That was AI. People coming up to steal packages off the porch, which blows
Right.
up with like purple dye.
Right.
That's all AI.
Didn't used to be.
So, you know, when I see something that looks like AI, and the sad thing is, there may be some real things out there that are not AI, but it's assumed they are.
That they
AI,
are,
and
right.
people just, you know, don't believe in it. Like the floods out west, they've been having in the state of Washington. You know, I've seen some amazing video from that, but then again, there's a few idiots that have used AI to create a scene
To
that
spoil it
never
for everybody else.
happened, just based on the real scenes. They've created a fake scene, and it's all to get views. It's all to get
Right.
clicks
It's all to get clout.
and to elevate yourself, you know, on the different social media platforms. And I think it's going to come to a head this year where people are just disgusted with it and probably start tuning out of social media,
Right.
which I would like to see happen.
I would too.
So, well, we've done another recording here with the DJI Mic Mini wireless mics, and I know DJI is on Santa's naughty list for the Christmas holidays. If you watch any of the drone videos,
Should I send Yulehound after him?
I don't fly drones, but I've got friends that do, and DJI is not allowed to introduce or sell new models they come out with here to the States. So it's a restriction on new technology. I can't say I'm really for it because, you know, to go out and get a $2,000 DJI drone, you'll spend an older model, like a Mavic 2 or something, an older DJI model that you'd pay $2,000 for, retail, to get something that's equivalent to an older DJI drone built in America is going to cost you over $5,000. The technology is not developed in this country, and I don't think it can develop quick enough to fill that void. So I think the government's going to have to do something and, you know, work something out with DJI and all these other Chinese manufacturers. This is kind of across the board for foreign-based manufacturers. So I'm going to wait and see how that shakes out. Kind of makes me glad. I've got a drone. I never got into flying it. I've got a DJI Mavic Pro, and I got, you know, busy with commercial photography and using the cameras. I use a Canon R5 Mark II. Elizabeth uses a Canon R5. And we've got some pretty nice lenses, you know, an f1.2 85 millimeter, a 100 to 500 zoom. And usually when I'm using one lens, Elizabeth is using the other one. They're both nice mirrorless cameras. But when it came to getting into drones, I was busy enough with the regular photography and kind of felt like, yeah, the drone stuff may be a bit of a gimmick or a fad. You know, it's nice if you're maybe doing videos and you want to do some drone shots to kind of show location. But I just didn't get into it enough to get out there and, start flying.
I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing at the goats.
Yeah, I registered the drone. We can't hear them.
I can.
We registered the drone, but haven't flown it. And I'm thinking about maybe giving it to my brother. He likes that stuff. So anyway, DJI Mic Mini. I don't think any of the DJI, regular products are going to be banned in the U.S. I think it's stuff that's got to be registered with the FCC, type approval, where you're talking about radio transmitters, transceivers for flying a drone out to like a mile or so. That has to be registered, type approved by the FCC. And it's actually the FCC that's doing this restriction. We don't usually ever go on much beyond your reviews talking, but it's 2 days after Christmas.
Yep.
It's been a month, 6 weeks since we did any reviews. We got a bunch of them recorded in the can.
Yeah,
so
those are already out.
Posting twice a week, and I think, did you just post your last one? No, your last one's Wednesday.
My last one's Wednesday.
And maybe we'll just post the first 2 of what we've done today. Just post them this weekend.
Yeah.
So it's not on your regular schedule.
Be on the lookout.
We're going to move back into the studio when the weather turns colder. We can't.
Which it most likely will.
We can't do. We don't want to do this when it's, 10 degrees above zero.
Right, and just get hypothermia and.
Now we did come out here and do a train video when it was 8 degrees below zero.
Yes, we did.
But I sat in the car and held Elizabeth didn't record any video. I sat in the car and held the camera outside the car to get the video. But then we were going back into town and we could hear some chatter on the radio. Something's going on. So we drove into a neighborhood and went to, there was a cul-de-sac there that we parked on and we could see a crew working on the rails.
Setting them aflame.
Yeah, and really it was 10 degrees below at that point.
Right.
These guys are working out there. I felt bad for them because
I felt horrible.
But in really cold temperatures, rails contract as it gets colder, and you can have rails break when it gets severely cold. They use continuous welded rail, and this stuff is put in at like a nominal temperature to where the rails won't curve if it gets really hot out, and hopefully won't break if it gets cold out. But when it gets down to 10 below, you'll get those steel rails under so much tension that any minor defect in the metal and they'll break.
Right.
So that's what happened, and so I got video of that. If you look back on our YouTube and on my Facebook, you can see that video.
Then you also have it on TikTok? You didn't have it on TikTok?
Yeah, I put it on TikTok
too.
We've thrown some stuff out there on TikTok. I'm still a bit undecided on that. I guess TikTok is staying around. They fixed the governmental concerns, and TikTok will at least be around for a while. It's a very popular platform.
I'm happy with it.
We've thought about going live with TikTok.
We've done it before, but we didn't really get that much response with it.
Yeah, and I've got some friends on TikTok. I'll watch their live from time to time. But the train videos seem to be real popular out there on TikTok.
Yeah, rail fan community is
the video
very large.
Of the one train, and then afterwards them repairing the rails.
Yeah.
that has 55,700 views on TikTok.
That's immense.
And so sometimes you just don't know what'll go
viral you don't know
on platforms like that. But anyway, we're done for today. Next videos will probably be in the studio. And this is the Grassy Knoll. It is just west of Fillmore, Indiana. And I've been expecting at least one train to come through here.
Hey John, I see a perihelia.
Really?
A perihelium is right over there.
Ah.
You see the perihelium?
Yeah,
it's very
it
light.
It looks like a rainbow in the sky.
Yeah, it's a perihelia.
Pan up and get that or not.
Yeah. I think perihelium is singular and perihelia is plural.
If you can see it, you'll see colors. There it is.
Yeah. AKA sundog.
It's a bit to the left.
I'm taking a picture of that.
There you go, right there. The sundog, perihelia. And that is formed by ice crystals high in the atmosphere. And the sun going through those ice crystals, they act a bit like a prism. So that's what you're seeing there. One of these days, we will do a live on either Facebook or YouTube or TikTok when it's a good train day to come out here and watch some trains. I can't say today is going to be a good train day. Elizabeth, you're running off camera.
Yeah, because I'm cold.
So that's where we're at right now, near Fillmore, Indiana, a place we call the Grassy Knoll. It's a good train watching location, though. That'll do it for now. Until next time.
Take care.